Hi Wes, how are you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
Thank you, I'm very fine. And I know it's not yet midnight, but happy birthday from the whole
Oh,
enemy team.
thanks.
So, what would be the perfect birthday gift for you?
Oh man, just I don't know, not to get any older. Maybe
That's what everyone wishes for.
get 38. Anyway,
It's still
but
young.
yeah, I don't know. I'm taking a year off drinking. I quit smoking a while ago. I'm getting healthy.
Okay.
I don't know. Stamina on stage is up. Everything's good. Age, age is a myth. It's not happening.
Okay. And since the most people only know you as the guitar player of Limp Bizkit,
Right.
uh, how did the project Blacklight Burn start?
Blacklight Burns has been a band since first record was made in 2006, and so we've actually been around for about 7 years now. It started at the end of the first Underworld soundtrack. The guys that were involved with all of the remixes and the different songs and the collaborations on that soundtrack. Uh, I asked them if they would come together and help me make a record, and they did. And we released it and toured, and then I rejoined Limp Bizkit in 2009. Um, right after we put out a covers record and a tour DVD with Blacklight Burns. Um, then I put a lot of time into Limp Bizkit for the next 3 years, and then decided last year that it was time for Blacklight to come back. Released a new record and toured the U.S. and then made an additional new record and put that out last month, and now we're in Europe touring. So it's, that's how it came about.
And you're very good friends with Danny Lohner and Josh Fries, uh, who helped you out on the first record, Cruel Melody. How was working with them? Because they were touring with Nine Inch Nails, and did Nine Inch Nails have a big influence on you?
I think that because of all the people involved with Nine Inch Nails on the first record, that the sound was steered in that direction, which I'm not upset about it, but I didn't want to do that again because of we got a lot of Nine Inch Nails comparisons that I think overshadowed what the record was about and overshadowed the the non Nine Inch Nails influence. So everything from then on, I've made sure to not uh, stray too far into that direction. But with any band, people compare it to things and they just can't stop themselves. Neither can I. Whenever I hear a new band, I'm always saying, "Oh, it's like this, or it's like this, or it's like that." So, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you have to compare it to another band. And your new record, Lotus Island, is almost completely instrumental. Why have you decided to do it instrumental?
It's Lotus Island is like record 2.5. We did record 1, and then we released the Cover Your Heart, which was a covers and B-sides album that also had a DVD movie of our tour, of our first tour, and that was like record 1.5. Then The Moment You Realize You're Going to Fall came out, and then Lotus Island is like another in between release. And it's sort of it comes from the idea of doing an EP. I was gonna do a 4 song EP, but kind of felt that's boring just to do a 4 song EP. So I took a film called The Holy Mountain, which is a 1973 film by Alejandro Jodorowsky, who's a Mexican artist and a Mexican film director, and took that film, which has been a big influence on me for years, and used it as a framework to make an album over for the first 40 minutes of the film. Up until a certain point in the film, it's actually the first act of the film, I would say, because it stops at what is essentially Act 2 of The Holy Mountain. Um, but using that as a framework, I scored the film like an alternate score to the film and put the songs that were going to be on the EP place them in specific places so that they were like score to the movie. And it can be listened to on its own, or you can hit play on the record when the first frame of the film starts and watch it in sequence with the film.
Okay, and speaking of movies, you did some sort of short movie with Agatha Alexander for the moment you realize you're going to fall. Are you planning on doing more videos like that?
Yeah.
Because they're great.
Thanks. We did chapter 1, which was the moment you realize you're going to fall, the video that takes place on the beach. Then the longer sequel to that, chapter 2, which was for How to Look Naked. And there's also bits of Bakelite, which is another song off that record. And when I go home, we're going to make chapter 0, which will complete the series of the 3 videos for the record.
With Agatha Alexander again?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, great. Between all your music, when do you find time for your oil paintings?
Well, there's lots. I mean, I have a lot of time, you know, where other people might, I don't know, order a pizza and watch a movie. That's, you know, time to paint. So I don't know, or, you know, playing video games. I don't know what other people do with their time, but I end up, you know, painting a lot. So I do that on my non-musical time, and there's a lot of time in the day. So
Okay.
some days I paint, some days I work on music. It depends whatever I'm scheduling to come up for, either with what I have with Limp Bizkit or Blacklight Burns. If there's, you know, if we're making a record, or if there's an album cover due. I mean, sometimes I'll stay up, if you know, for 36 hours if I have to get things done.
And what's up with the squids? You always have squids on your new oil paintings for Blacklight Burns.
I don't.
Why?
They're weird and genital, and I don't know. There's all kinds of connection, you know, with sex and the sea and dying. You know, I mean, even old paintings of the Kraken, like taking boats out. I've always sort of been fascinated with that animal because it is so aggressive and sexual, and there's a whole realm of Japanese porn that's sort of dedicated to it, and it's, I don't know, it's just something about those animals, and they're really smart too. I think that the octopus is intriguing to me because it's an incredibly intelligent animal, and it doesn't live very long. It only lives for about a year. So I just find it sort of that sad in some ways too. It's just really interesting.
Okay, and you're not here in Austria for the first time. So what have you seen so far, and what do you like about Austria?
I've been to that musical instrument museum today for the 3rd time in the past 2 years, and I just can't get enough of it. The museum area that has the old musical instruments. Have you been there before?
No, unfortunately not.
You should visit the museums in the city center.
It seems like you know more about Austria than I do.
Well, you've got the largest armory in Europe there too. That's pretty cool. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Wow, I really don't know anything. Okay, that's creeping me out.
I'd go check that out if I were you. Spend some time in the city. Do you live here?
No, I don't live in Vienna. No.
Okay, well, maybe that's why.
Yeah. So I got a little excuse.
Yeah. I find that I tend to visit places more when I don't live there. When I do live somewhere and something's easily accessible to me, I never end up seeing it. Because you think, oh, I can go see that anytime.
And for the last question, if Blacklight Burns was a sandwich, what would it taste like?
I have no idea how to answer that, but I don't know. No mayonnaise on it, please.
Okay.
I don't know.
Good.
Shit sandwich.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
see you at the show.